Hello, everybody. It's episode 2 of Real Raven Radio here in Raven Moonstone Art Studios. Woo, 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 woo. It's a fun day. I'm labeling this Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. And I have a special guest star today. Just like I did, a co-host, if you will. These are co-hosts of my show. So I wonder if they're here yet. Bing bong! Come on in! It's Amelia! Hello, Amelia. How are you? I'm so glad to have you here. I'm really happy because A, you're here, and B, she brought me gifts. I'm going to give Kelly and Wes a shout out. Wes made this beautiful, I put all my stones in it already. He made this I can carefully lift it up, I hope. Okay, you're in charge of the green and the moonstone or the other side, yeah.
Just gonna pull them off.
So I gotta show everybody how awesome it is. For my backdrop, it's literally a tree of life, and then it's got 2 pine cones on the side of it, like for our pineal gland, and I love it. It's so beautiful. I was like, so Amelia was funny. She goes, I don't know what's in it. You maybe should open it before you go on camera.
The box turned upside down in the car. So yeah,
it survives. It survived. It did really well, actually. So thank you very much. I really, really love it. So thank you and Happy New Year. I'm very grateful for everybody who pops in on the chat, actually, yesterday after Kat and Cash left, whom Amelia is very familiar with. I'm just going to make sure that the camera's in equal angles. I really didn't test out the angle of, there we go. That's a little bit better. Anyways, but after they left and the analytics from YouTube popped up, I said, see, it says that like 40 people are watching, and it was like 406 or something like that. So I have no idea how many people are watching. So
I just don't care.
Yeah, and I don't, honestly, that's exactly it. We're right exactly where we're supposed to be when we're doing this. So I have a couple funny things to say, though. I have a sty or something in my eye, and I didn't get her to look at it before the show. So look at that right on the corner of my eyelid. Girl. It's like this little, and I have one right here too. And I think it's my body getting rid of all the crap. But I realized I didn't have these before I wore makeup the last few months. I put it on maybe 3 or 4 times. And that's how allergic I am, is that it creates these painful owies.
And darn it, you just want to have fun.
And gosh darn it, you can sing it. Because she has a really good voice. So
I'm still getting over a cold.
Oh, here we come.
Oh, girls just want to have fun. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, screw the makeup if it's giving you an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of makeup, so my skin hated me for years. And then I just said, enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Go peachy.
Yeah, go peachy keen. So today we're going to do some thankful and, thank you, Mud. You're beautiful without makeup. And Lowell and Triggered Happy,
Yes.
Angel Spice.
On today.
Hi,
Hello.
Angel Spice. I love you. The original OA. So
yeah.
Awesome. So can onto if you just were live. Oh, I don't know what you're saying. Can onto. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure everything out, people.
And I'm not helping much.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm watching the OA. Okay, yay! Triggered Happy's watching the OA. See? Frequency. So everybody's having a great time. So I wanted to, before I forget, shout out for these folks here, freedomforcanada.com. And they are handling all of the lawsuits going on against not only the Alberta government, but it will be Canada-wide. And they've taken people's tickets that they've gotten, like our good friend Ryan. I think they took one of his tickets, but and he's got another one. as well. So freedom4, the number 4, Canada.com if you want to donate to litigate. So, and you can help them out. I'm sure they don't mind. They need a hand. So I want to also shout out to Kelly and Wes, because I don't know if these are what kind of brown fudge is, if there's magical stuff in here. Did they say there was magical stuff?
No, just Oreo cookies.
Listen, Linda. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the fudge.
Just eat a little bit at a time because it's so sweet. It's
I love fudge. I love fudge, and I haven't had it for a long time. So that's really funny and good. So there we go. And then I have to do this on screen because Kelly and Wes sent me. I got to explain who Kelly and Wes are. Okay.
Yeah.
So one day in June, around, I would say it was June 7th or June 14th. June 14th, I think. Yeah, June 14th. It was a Saturday. And I was going live the day before. I think I said, I'll be in NMAX Park at 1 o'clock. And because funny where things like,
they used to do GPS to find NMAX Park, and they ended up at NMAX, and eventually found them at the park.
Yeah, then they found us at Princess Island Park, and they showed up. And it was a really magical day, actually. And Amelia and I go back to that day and the vibrations that were there, because, first of all, there's been choppers following me around for a good probably 2 weeks. Every time I talk to a certain person on the phone, they would literally I'd be in this NMAX Park, and they'd be.
You brought them to my house when we did a meeting at my house. It was quite an aerial show overhead for a while. Yes. So that's kind of
You're welcome. Anyways, so Kelly and Wes showed up at this park thinking like lots of other people were going to show up, because this was before all the freedom.
Where we moved the Freedom Rally to 17th.
Yeah, we were on 17th for a while. Yeah, we were doing the Save the Children and Unify the People and everything over on 17th.
May have been yelling, Trudeau's a pedo at the same time.
Yeah,
something like that.
We may have been yelling Trudeau is a pedo to a bunch of masked people standing in line at a restaurant in 17th Avenue. There's some very cool people that hang out on 17th Avenue.
Hello. Us.
We were the coolest people that hung out on the Red Mile all year long.
Well, we had the best signs.
We had the best signs, yeah. So we were funny. I'm just like tooting my own horn here. But it was awesome because we were getting pictures with police like standing without their masks on, like this close to us. And, but anyways, before this or after that happened in the park here, we have this big group of people, and Kelly and Wes showed up from a town outside. I'm not going to tell you where they live, but it's about a half an hour outside of town. And they just said, I thought a whole bunch of other people would be here. And they joined our inner circle instantaneously. So the very next weekend, we had summer solstice. Wasn't it the very next weekend?
Right, you were looking for a place to do the event, and they were like, we know somebody. And
know somebody, and it turned out to be a very magical place within the vicinity of Buffalo Lake.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So Kelly and Wes and Butch, thank you for a magical,
and Shelby.
Shelby, yes. And the horses and...
all of it.
All of it. It was a magical experience. So it brought a whole bunch of people together for this one night, and we enjoyed the energy. It was truly amazing. And so they also, I can show you now because I'm not using my laptop to record. They gave me this really cool sticker I can show up here. This one on there you go. The Punisher, the Canadian Punisher sticker. And I was like, a baller, I'm putting that on my laptop. And they also, and this is a reminder for tomorrow, Kelly and Wes have been very generous with their support of Raven. And they're the ones that sent me this flag. And Amelia got one as well. No more bullshit. Woo-wee. So tomorrow I'll be wearing this on Peace Bridge, probably around 3:30 to about 4:30 or sundown sometime, and saying, "We love Trump. We love Trump."
I'll wear my flag.
And so if you want to come down and support, we might get harassed, but who knows what people have seen on TV.
You got me. We're good.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why I don't get harassed?
I know, exactly. She never gets harassed.
Do you
That's
wanna
why
know
I'm like, where did you go when I was getting the lady in Walmart? Where I had to put panties on my head. Amelia had to go pee.
I miss all the opportunities to display, which is okay.
Exactly. So, yeah, they've been just super happy. So, friends. So I love Kelly and Wes. Love, love, love. So I'm going to open this fabulous present that they had sent. Oh, it's fancy. I'm getting in the, thank you, Kelly and Wes, for teaching me how to receive. Right?
That's one of my big challenges is I'm not
Yes.
as open to receive.
Okay, before I even open this, I haven't opened it. It's 11:11. So we're going to do gratitude minute.
Oh, yes, I love this.
Okay, so I am grateful, first of all, for everybody who tuned in today at this moment, at this time, to be here on our frequency and on our vibration and just in our highest of light and love and happiness and keeping our vibes positive. So we need to receive. And yes, Triggered Happy has been telling me to learn how to receive as well. So I've had a lot of conversations with many people about a couple of things that we're going to talk about after this. So what are you grateful for, Amelia?
I'm grateful for the home that I have to live in and that I have food and water and all my basic needs are met. But beyond that, I'm grateful for all of the support and the friends that I have in my life that are on my frequency. Meeting all the people on my frequency is amazing. And I'm grateful for Ryder that I get to live with.
The dog.
It helps me feel really secure.
Let's
as
clarify
I live alone.
what Ryder is.
Ryder's my borrowed dog that I share with my best friend. And I'm grateful for you.
But I'm not your best friend. I'm just kidding. I don't label anything.
A lot
We're
of best
sisters.
friends.
It doesn't count.
Best friend, it doesn't count. So the shout out to the dog owner I share with who lets me borrow and lots of things to be grateful for.
I am very, very grateful for Triggered Happy, and I'm very grateful for Shannon, and I'm very grateful for I said to Shannon, phone me if you have some live information and we'll get you on the call. Shannon reporting live on the scene. What's going on? And we had a little chat this morning about the dirt, and there was some not very good vibes. Some people were anti-Trump in my RavenRedPill.com group.
Oh, they just don't know yet.
So they said, no, I love him. I do. I didn't last year as much as I did this year. I must admit, I went through about a 4-year period when he was running for office, and then while he was in office before I really came fully aware of what he's all about. So I'm going to get to the gift opening now because I'm grateful for this. So I'm going to do a surprise face. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so we're going to look at it. It says fun with flags. And that's Kelly and Wes, it looks like, with the Trump flag. No more bullshit. Oh, I friggin' love it. It's a calendar. Oh, love it. Look it. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I friggin' love it.
Right?
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, awesome. Woo! That's so funny. Yes, I'm very, very grateful for Melinda too, because listen, Linda, she doesn't get to watch very many shows, and she's always here for me.
She's a good support for you. It's that call and unload and get it out there.
Yeah, and
thank you, Melinda, for all you are for Raven and all of us in our team.
Look at that one. Woo! Freaking love it.
Good job, Kelly.
Oh, good job. I'm like, honestly, no offense, your calendar thing that has no personality and came in a green binder is getting trumped for this calendar. Because this is where all my shows are going to go on now. I'm going to put on my very first one with Cat and Cash yesterday, and then put us today.
Okay.
So
I'll bring you calendar stickers that are really awesome. More things to recycle and reuse.
So that's fabulous. I'll go through the whole thing and just to really appreciate it. Oh, I love this one. This is my birthday. And of course, look at this one. I love it. I'll be like, look at all their hard work and trudging through the snow. It even looks like they're on skis. They are on skis.
They do a lot of activities.
Nice. I like activities. I love activities.
And they're nature preservers.
Nice nature preservers. We love nature preservers. So I'm all about the nature preserving. And I wanted to show you this because Amelia brought it today. So on quite a few shows and in person, and Shannon witnessed one event actually one day on 17th Avenue. That man from told me he met me at the temple. It was really intense. And it was, I think it was in June sometime. And Shannon and Maddie and I went to get a hamburger or something on 17th. And we were sitting in the park and it was a really nice day. And this guy came up to me and it was like this big, Shannon was like, it was like really funny. And he goes, I can see you and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I see you. And he called me Cleopatra. And then he called me this person. So, and so I've had many, many people tell me that I was in the original temple with Isis, or I have Isis energy. So Amelia brought me this today. I just wanted to show everybody this calendar. It's just beautiful. And what's the person's name?
Velvet Dawn. Let me see back here if it has. Of course it doesn't, but Velvet Dawn had all of the artwork done over time by different artists and compiled this. And it was a gift in 2015 at the Spring Fling, the Angel Spring Fling, something like that.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, like really beautiful artwork. I'd love to give the artist credit, but I can't see.
I will put a link in there.
Yeah, so, but gorgeous, gorgeous calendar anyways. So that's something what we're going to tap into today because girls just want to have fun.
That's your line.
Amelia and I have had a lot of conversations in the last couple of weeks, especially about feminine energy, right?
Balancing and then being really in good relational conversations about it. Even disagreeing or you need to hear me and then just like a sister.
Yes, we've had a lot of big sister, little sister moments. Yeah. But we've been through a lot this year, and that's kind of what we wanted to share with you a little bit today too, is the crazy year we've had. I know personally my growth, and then there was Amelia. I had all these like the crazy conspiracy theorists with the little posters at that time. They were only on like the little pieces of paper, and all over my wall. And she would come and take pictures, and I'd be like, she goes, we're going to need this for later. I'm like, oh, I will. Like, not even. She had the foresight.
Well, you're in the zone.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want to just get organized, you know? And then you'd come and ask me questions as much as you could take at the time when you were waking up.
And you know.
Yeah, I know
never
her.
Overfed me.
I'm just like,
I don't need to mind blow Amelia any more than she's been mind blown.
No, and so I would gently feed her these little morsels of, okay, the first thing I said at the very beginning, I think, was, they're not human, they're not real. And like, I'd say that to so many people when they saw me in person, they're like, this can't be going on. And I'm like, you have to understand, they're not human. So as soon as you get that out of your head, that they're not any remotely in our realm of...
I have enough videos to watch and go,
and I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
Oh, I don't watch a lot of movies, so I don't have a lot of frame of reference to grab all of this stuff. So I'm not immersed in that culture of the techie stuff.
Yeah, she's a pop culture... you don't know a lot about that stuff. So
no, I just experience people and not a lot of culture and music, that type of thing. I had a sheltered life, and then I made sure I didn't become indoctrinated because I can see all of this. hence my last 4 years being in it.
Yeah. So, and your even awakening this year has been totally different than with a person I met 4 years ago, right?
Or last year.
Or last year, exactly. When I body painted, it was such a fun experience, though.
That was a great day.
I body painted Amelia. That's how close we are. I've seen her naked.
Underwear on.
Yeah, underwear, but what else?
I know, yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't like. You know me. I don't care.
I had 4 kids. It's like,
If she's got something that you haven't seen, I'm gonna put it in the National Enquirer. I'll YouTube about it later.
Don't have a third nipple to show you.
No zippo. No zippo. So, yes, we have now, this is what I've appreciated about this year, is that around May, so in March, all of us, well, we were talking way before then anyways, and Melinda and I were, but a lot of us got ignited awareness. And then by April, we're fully immersed into whatever knowledge we were seeking. And everybody out here can attest to it. And then by May, I found that's when some of the best friendships were formed. So Angel Spice, everybody and Shannon and a whole bunch of us and Kat and all of these people came together in this really nice frequency of sharing the shit we've all been through. So it was really magical, like where we kind of felt like weirdos for so long. Like
magical is a understatement.
Weirdos, like
so much synchronicity and divine coincidence that you can't call it coincidence anymore. That was back about May.
And don't you think one of the biggest things that you've come into this year yourself as a woman is your womanness?
My divine power. That
divine
goddess power.
Yeah.
That's what I'm allowing out, and not the oppression of that male. No, pardon me. There's everybody needs to have the balance, but the imbalance, I don't do well with the imbalance. I like to interact with people that are very balanced in their masculine and feminine.
Here she goes with those words and signs where she's doing this again, guys. I love it. But I have to do this maneuver because it's so dirty and hilarious.
You don't have, I come from a job.
No, I'm talking about this, like when you're making a jerking off sign with the words, they're coming out. I was making it dirty. So look at how cute she is when she's red. It's funny. It's just all funny.
You can pick on me. It's okay.
No, it's not even picking on. It's just more like calling attention to something. So, because I talk with my hands like this all the time. And one guy asked me if I was a rooster. He goes, "Are you a rooster?" And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "You're flapping your feathers all the time." And you do it too. I don't know. Maybe Canadians just talk like this.
I use my hands a lot.
We do. It's a very expression. It creates energy.
Yes, actually does.
Yeah.
And pacing
Yeah.
builds energy.
I had to put the pressure mat
energy
underneath right here. I put the pressure mat so she could like have a little fun dance if she wants to.
Dance.
Yeah, no. We've had a fun summer. We had and then we had biker gang summer where we rode bikes all over the place, and that's where I saw the fashion models all the time with their selfie sticks. there's about 5 or 10 groups of girls.
Here's Jojo showing up. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Did you not take selfies all summer? I'm like, I'm creating.
No, I love these girls because they would be looking like somebody was gonna shoot them for a fashion mag. And they would be doing it themselves. And I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of work. I'm just so appreciative of it. That is way too much effort. I look like a clown when I put on my own makeup. I'm an artist, but it's comes out impressionistic. It's not realistic. So I look like Cyndi Lauper barfed on my face. Just girls want to have fun, all right. You look like
junior high.
Look a hooker that rolled out of somebody's bedroom in 82.
Oh yeah, I wanted to look like I had makeup on in grade 7, so it was blue and it was on, and it was I'm wearing makeup.
But look at how beautiful her eyes are, so she can get away with looking in great and blue and green eyeshadow. I do not. I look like Bozo the clown.
You need
So,
some coppers.
yeah. Yes, Amelia, you have a beautiful smile. That's what everybody's saying. So,
Cute.
yes.
I
Yay.
didn't smile a lot in my life. I'm just embracing, allowing my happiness out.
Oh, wow. So a friend of mine has raised over 20K and donated it to Patriots trying to get to DC. Whoop, whoop. Yes, I love it. So that's amazing.
Wow.
That's
He's put out a
amazing.
big call. It's
That
to
is.
wake up more people. We're in a sample of communism in China right now. You're experiencing the sample. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying your tyranny? Are you done yet? Because
No, I don't like it.
we're all waiting for you to catch on.
Make it go away.
Well, rise up.
Yes.
Rise up together. That's what we're being called to do and calling all Canadians to do. Is if you are sick of it and you don't like it, this is why we the people come together, so we the people can enact the change. And I don't consent to the governance that I never consented to. So, and they're really not in governance right now. So enjoy your freedom that we've actually had since 1999. But
yes, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm so excited. First of all, big shift coming, and I think like just putting our divine feminine energy to use now to full power. And I'm speaking to women out there in general, okay? Because you and I have had some deep conversations where I'm like, listen, Linda, who are you letting tell you what? Is it you or is it someone else?
Yeah, I thought about that a lot last night.
Yeah,
Actually,
it was a conversation. And I have to tell myself that sometimes. Like, and our sisters need to remind ourselves that. So if you're trying to still measure up to, I'm not saying this in your case, I'm just talking. If you're trying to measure up to another woman or another man or some relationship that's not in ebb and flow and easy, like an easy relationship, it's usually because we've attracted that person when we were not at our most healthy, I guess is the best way. And now that we are more healthy in the love and light vibrations of knowing what our triggers are and our inner standing is, like I know you do tons of work, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes in my random questions. Bam, bam, bam. So, but this year I think is really the year where women will be called to task to use their intuition, their compassion, and their empathy, and their total maternal instincts to kind of mother Earth back to health. That's how I think.
Identify with that feeling. Yeah, I identify with that completely.
So we need to do what we're doing now. Like even this show, and this is not coming from a place of ego, is tapping into a frequency that there isn't a lot of other frequencies available to tap into right now, where we can have a group chat and feel the communication and, just appreciate each other's basically work that we've all done this year, not just on the knowledge that we've gained, but the inner work of tapping into the higher self to know that we're on a different timeline than the scary timeline. We're on the woohoo Trump timeline, the Trump train timeline. I can never say those words together. The Trump train timeline comes out like just a monster, like just ugly.
Trump train.
Trump train. There we go. Trump train. So yeah, choo-woo. So it is hard for empaths to kind of get through a certain part of that where it's like, is this my energy or is this someone else's?
Right. Is this what I'm feeling or am I absorbing? And that's a lot of the inner work too, is just recognizing, oh, I don't think that's mine. Why am I feeling somebody else's? Oh, okay. Now let me learn to discern. That's been my year.
Learn to discern.
It's my year.
Exactly. Yes, it is. I think it's, a lot of us feel like we're Neo popping out of a matrix. Some here are going, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I have to learn to trust my gut, listen to my intuition, which takes getting quiet.
Yeah, getting quiet helps.
And asking.
Yeah. not being told by a man, hey, I can help you. And then, like, I think we're out of a large part of it. For me, a long part of my growth has been, oh, people would say, oh, you're a single mother, poor you. And I'm like, I'm a single parent. And parents, like, what it's always been portrayed, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that yes, the women have most of the time gotten the kids. And I'm not saying that there's deadbeat dads out there, but there's deadbeat moms as well.
It's really both sides.
It's both sides. But when you go through the parenting timeline, if you will, and you're the one doing the primary caregiving, you've always been an independent, responsible person, no matter if you're male or female, because you're giving the children both of those energies.
Right.
So you're figuring out a long time ago how to have a penis and a vagina energy, if you want to kind of explain it like that. And I look at even the way I have 3 boys, and I don't know, I think I tried to make them very respectful. I'm not going to say which one, but I'll tell you a story about one of them. They came home, and they were 14 years old, came home from a party, and they were crying their eyes out like a big fat baby, like, and I'm like, what is wrong? And I'm like, what could have happened at this party? I kissed so-and-so, and now so-and-so is going to break up with me. And while, like, at first I'm like, what's wrong? And then I was like, the more he kept telling the story, I was like, I just laid into that kid like you would not believe. I'm like, don't you ever kiss another girl while you're dating another girl, and how dare you? And like, I went all tuned into that, right? Mm-hmm. Into that frequency of like how you treat women. I became an alpha female instantaneously by biting the neck, if you will, of my young pup and correcting them. And I had another conversation with another friend about what their kids are going through right now and certain age groups of kids. And I feel for people who have teenagers who are not awake right now, because all they're doing is chirping and chanting about shit they see on the internet, you know, on MSM and stuff like that. Some of them are so programmed. So it's it's a frustration for that. And it's because anybody who's been through teenagers, and parents, comment, the worst years with children for me in frustration, where I just wanted to put my head in a door and repeatedly keep slamming it, going, why did I want to have 3 boys? I don't understand. Like
there are some moments.
What was I thinking? They're so bastards right now. Like, just so frustrating. 13 to 19 for boys, you know. And I have an explanation for this. I did a lot of research. It's A, chemical hormonal imbalance, and B, their frontal cortex in all children in teenage years is pushed up against their skull. So they think they know everything, and they don't at all.
I like my age. I'm learning how much I know nothing. I love it.
Yeah, my boys gave me grief only a couple of times, but the times, like, I never really, like, my boys, I would just have to use my Mama Dawn voice, and they were like, God, I don't want to hear that again. And they would, you know, but my kids are all beautiful. She's met.
I've seen your interactions.
Yeah, like they're just, where they're honestly normal, happy, well-adjusted boys that aren't awake.
Just like my kids.
Yes. We all have our struggles right now.
I think I got 1 out of 4.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of frustrations, but with it, and it's, you know what, just go with the flow, because it doesn't matter. Seriously, anybody with a teenager that's not awake and they're just calling them names and stuff like that. My advice to that is, it doesn't matter what the information is. There's a certain point in your kids' life, especially, I know I did it with my mom. Did you do it with your mom where you're like, well, you just snap and lose it when you're 13? You didn't?
Not in my house.
No, you didn't. Oh, yeah, you had a little scary. I was living with my mom by this time, who was shorter than I was, so I had a little bit more ballsy outspokenness because I moved back with her when I was 12. So
a lot of speaking in my house.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I learned
too.
what I needed to learn.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember talking back to my mom, I think at 13, and I got my mom was never violent.
Bam!
She freaking lost it. She tried to use a wooden spoon and it broke against my ass. And my sister and I think we're fighting, my older sister and I. So this is really funny. This is what she made us do. Practice with me.
What were you doing?
Hold hands and say, I love you. And my sister was so stubborn, bless her soul. She was the most stubborn human being in the whole planet. She just sat there and was like, I ain't saying it. I ain't saying it. And so my mom made us scrub the floor with a toothbrush. Oh, my mom, bless her soul. I love her. She just tried so hard to parent some really crazy kids. So we were like, my older sister and I would just do skit after skit after skit. So the one picture I posted, I don't know if you saw that on my Facebook feed, was from like 1984. And her and I, she had my mom's black blazer on backwards, and it had the white collar flipped over because she was like, that's a priest. And then I went and had a tea towel around my ears like this, and I was a nun. And we put on one of my mom's gospel albums. And then my sister went into this, she's like, hallelujah, praise the Lord. And she went into this big fire and brimstone kind of sermon. And then we played the music and we walked around singing. Like, it was like comedy all the time. And we'd scare my mom and like just, put rubber spiders and make her shit her pants, like while she was trying to sew or do laundry or something. We were little assholes, okay? So that was back in the 80s. I can't imagine kids now and like dealing with that. I'm like, nope, I am so glad I'm single and living by myself. And
well, I wasn't as much of a pain in the ass, and I think that's because there was so much exercise and so much to do, and I was always outside, and there was a lot of running barefoot. So I was always connected to the earth. Run to the river. I hung out at the river whenever I had, the spare time.
Baby Spice.
Nature,
she's Baby Spice for a reason, right? She's got that naivety that's so beautiful.
Which cross me
sometimes, but cross her. I don't do that. No.
I was waiting for that yesterday.
You can tell the car story. I think it's awesome.
So I've been dabbling
in read the comments.
Common law for a while and was part of a 8-figure lawsuit. We'll just put it that way. And really in my power during this time. And the lawsuit had to be stood down. At that time, it was a real big threat. So yesterday, I know I've earned my do not detain status and my sovereignty, and this is what I want to share with people.
Do not detain is a good thing. That means don't fuck with this lady because it's going to be too much paperwork.
Yeah. I'm either going to eat you right at the window, and if you get a supervisor, we're going to have a lot of fun. But if I get a ticket or I want to take the ticket, that's even more fun. But so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to show everybody this is what it feels like to be sovereign. So I switched insurance over from one beater to another because I can drive it in the winter. And I thought, I'm not changing my plate over. And so I have a February of 2020 sticker on my car. I'm going out where I was invited, out of town, an hour's drive. And I thought, I'm setting myself up for a risk to be pulled over. Yep, I'm okay with that. I'm ready. Sure enough, on my way home, I'm on a 3-lane highway and I'm tootling along. I've got the dog in the passenger seat, great mood. And I notice I'm being followed off to the adjacent, lane. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I've got my camera. Let's just show the world how this is done again, And there's other people that do this. And then he pulled into the middle lane and he followed for a while. I'm like, you're not going to do it, are you? Damn it. Nobody will engage with me because I beat the system.
Didn't get her day.
Yeah. So he pulled up beside me at the driver's window, and I'm just petting the dog, and I'm driving, and I'm like, move along. And so they moved along. So I had that experience for quite a few minutes of you won't even try because
you willed them away, I think.
No, I've been to court. I like to take the ticket, and then I undo the contract in 72 hours under the Alberta Buyer's Remorse Clause. And because, you know, in my cognitive dissonance, you know, I accepted this contract unknowingly, let's say. So then you undo the contract in Alberta. If you don't undo that contract, by tacit agreement, I do up a letter, and by their non-response, because they can't respond to this letter at all and deny my affidavit, then I'm going to come after money if you make me come to court. And you know where the money's at in your straw man, let's say. So this is the stuff I've earned. So I can drive around with an expired plate and not get messed with. I don't have to prove myself anymore because I took on the dragons a few years ago. And this is the confidence that I want everybody else to have, is that
Big
when
wings.
you understand that you are under a governance that doesn't apply to you, this does not apply. Your tyranny, your masks does not apply to you, by the way, these mandates and corporations. And I over and over and over and over prove this to myself on, you know,
Many
judges, police,
every
hospital. I do it over and over. So I've proven it to myself. So yesterday was that big, or whenever I came home was that big, do not detain, screw you. You know, I'm doing nothing wrong. Traveling in agreed upon.
Do no harm.
I was not hindering or hurting anybody, and I was traveling freely. And they let me be because
traveling is the word.
Right.
Traveling.
Anyway, so that was my good day.
Amelia.
Done.
So we're gonna do a quick little card reading. Oopsie. Oh, I love that card. It's sitting on top. So any guesses for today? I'm going to let Amelia pick the card if it doesn't already pop out of the book. So, or the deck, which normally does. So let's place ourselves in our highest, oh, there it is, of love and light. Put it face down. And see if there's another one here for a message. Yay. Yes, it is a great book. Yay, I love it. Okay, so that's the one we got today. One card. Amelia, you want to hold it up? Drum roll, please.
All right, let's see what we've got here.
What is it? I can't see it.
Oh, we've got joy.
Joy, yay! I love it. Card number 37.
Oh, look at all the green and the sun.
I love it. Of course, joy is in here because Amelia is here. Yay! So this is awesome. This marks a time for celebration. That's what I think tomorrow is.
Am I not in my joy?
Oh, tomorrow, I got to tell you, is all things Trump. If I did not tell you, it's going to be all things Trump. So let's ride.
4 years.
Woo! Okay. So for this portends the joyous completion of a project, the attainment of a goal, or the end of a long and arduous journey. When you're thirsty, this marker promises that you will find a well. When you're cold, a blanket. When you're hungry, nourishment. I want to cry because that sounds like you know what. Mm-hmm. Joy also has another aspect, for not only does it celebrate receiving blessings from the fruits of actual labor, but it's about the sharing of it. Joy celebrates itself. Its very essence radiates beauty and well-being. Like the spring sun breaking through after a long and gloomy winter, joy reminds us to be grateful for all the gifts of life. Joy bestows the blessings of happiness. You truly have reason to smile when this marker appears on your path.
Woo! Well, thank you.
Woo, woo, woo.
So blessed. I'm so blessed.
So I'm going to do a quick reading of, actually, I have some questions for Amelia. What's the worst thing you ever smelled?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The one that really got on my brain, it's like the creosote stuff or creoline that you treat wood with, and it just on the farm and it got in my brain, and I'm like, so it is the worst thing.
That is
it's a farm thing.
That's a stink. I know that stink.
And it just it hit me the wrong way as a child, and
not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting.
Hey, I grew up on a farm. I've been around a lot of stink. And so
put some stank on it.
As a 4-H girl, schlepping barns, I've worked with a lot of stank.
So funny.
And all
So
that
hilarious.
crappers in your life, I think, keeps you healthier.
Yeah, we have joy, we have fun, we have essence in the sun.
Oh, who wrote that?
Lowell's hilarious. I love Lowell. And Lily is his daughter. That's the one that paints.
They're painting
yes,
with you.
yes.
Yay, Lily.
So,
hi, Lily. I've heard about you.
I'm not sure if she's watching this particular show. I'm going to see if there's an important.
All right.
You're welcome, Shannon says. I love you too, Shannon. Yay! I'm so grateful for Shannon so much because she rings it in there. So I'm gonna read. I've got to find it first, and then we're gonna read some. I need to see your facial reactions. Okay,
I do faces. I'm not allowed to do voices, but I'm sure my face is gonna express.
Only factor. Okay, so let me find the actual thing. Why can't I find it? Every time I go to look for it, it's of course down the down the thing. Here we go. I'm just gonna go right to the website here.
And I don't know what she's doing. So
yeah,
I'm
no.
sitting
So
here a
you
little
can
nervously.
you can do your what are you so nervous about?
Oh, answering questions. See, this is a big breakthrough for me because my background was you plan a speech, you write it, you edit it, you present it, and you stay very much in control. So for me to give up control of my image and how I appear and what comes out of my mouth, and I have to learn to trust myself. And so I'm in the space of learning to trust and be vulnerable and real and authentic and not worry about what people think anymore.
Exactly.
I'm so done. And I have a beautiful family. They're all figuring this out for themselves as well. And so I respect everybody's space that they're in. And I respect the fact that I've been given a lot of space to do this as well. So I have to powerfully choose and see it like that. Otherwise, you can make life look bad through any lens or perspective you choose. But I'm going to read you.
I'm going to read her a couple of Lynn Wood's tweets. Okay.
Oh, Lynn Wood. Okay. 1221. Here we go.
Yeah. So Chief Justice Roberts is responsible for all 11 FISA court judges who are allowed illegal spy ring on Trump. There's a face.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was interesting. I didn't even see that about, let me see here. I want to give, okay. The number of missing children worldwide and United States is staggering. And then he gives the global missing children's link for how many that is. Isn't that amazing? This is the attorney, right?
And what number did he actually give?
I didn't click on it. So,
hopefully it's accurate. And that's the undocumented. I can't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, here's my philosophy with everything. Okay. And we're just getting to the end of the show. But here's one that I want to read. The 10 intelligence agencies employing this blackmail scheme include CCP, CIA, Mossad, FBI, MI6. The others are easily identifiable. The agencies do not which of them was hacked by the Lizard Squad.
Just read the last part.
Okay, the agencies do not which of them was hacked by the Lizard Squad, which means they're all. Yeah.
It's all of ours.
This tweet was an insurance policy. The evil forces behind the blackmail scheme of child rape and murder need to know that others have encryption key. Okay, I have procedure in place. If I die in near term or any member of my family is harmed or threatened, key will be released by many. Blam! Right?
I remember doing that. I remember having a letter with my lawyer.
Gotta have the backup.
Yeah, I did. I did for a while. I watched down my street for 6 months. I really felt
your trailer park is called Linwood. That's awesome. Lowell lives in Linwood Trailer Park.
Oh,
and Lynn means a pool or pond, a waterfall. That's what it means. Mm-hmm. So follow the water might mean that. Oh. And he also tweeted he's not the Kraken. So yeah. But yeah. that's what I was going to say about that. So I'm really excited about tomorrow. What are you going to be doing tomorrow?
I'm
yeah,
gonna wake up and do some of my self-care connoisseur
for tomorrow.
basket of love that I do to raise my vibration.
Yeah, what do you do every day? Like, what can you share with people?
What do I share? Okay, so this morning I woke up and the first thing I did while I was still really drowsy is I went to I Am Meditations, and I put female voice because I like the female voice. And so I put that on, and it just, yes, I am this and I am that and I possess that and I am this. And I just felt so wonderful in about 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, now I can start my day. And then I had a little bit of a zeolite soak, just, I hurt waking up. So I liked that little zeolite. I did my smoothie, my really important smoothie to feed myself all my vitamins and tons of
smoothie.
Fat.
That's what that's called.
Yeah, and I put tons of coconut fat in my smoothie, and I eat a lot of fat throughout the day now. I changed my eating completely.
Nice.
So that was just to get going here today. Essential oils that smell great and lift me.
Do you smell me? I have dragon's blood on.
Ooh, I have patchouli oil today.
I can
but
smell
the horses loved the patchouli oil. They wouldn't leave me alone.
Because they like nibbling your neck and ear. I got some puppy kisses the other day. I miss Ryder. I got to see Ryder soon. Yeah.
There's just no room in here.
No, and this is a dog-free, pet-free place except for my fish.
Really happy.
So, yes, we are really excited about tomorrow. I'm really excited about just everything happening. But I wanted to know if you wanted to sing a song for everybody. We have 9 minutes left, or 8.5 minutes. I haven't practiced on the guitar, so I'm equally at shit. So we can play the song. Well, you can do it. We can do our favorite song that we do. So, but I'll play it on in the background, so we're not struggling.
3 times.
We've only done this song 3 times.
Oh my gosh, this is out of my range with a cold.
Well,
can you capo that down?
I suck, so don't worry about it. I'll just play the song in the background.
Oh.
So
this means so much to me because
this is our song. This song.
A gentleman that I was kind of a death doula for and brought in a lot of shamanic work and extra energy work into his home. And he got about 5 more weeks past what any of the doctors thought he would. And it was a beautiful time. And I guess this is one of the favorite songs that he had. And we used to do this at karaoke together. And
not me and her, but
no,
him and her.
Yeah, so I have great, great memories around this song and think of them all the time when I hear it.
Okay, and forgive me because it takes me a few minutes to get the beat when I haven't played.
And I haven't.
For a while.
There's no...
This is how real it is, okay? You're going to see us practice, okay?
In a song
and we're going to laugh, okay? It's all about raising vibration. So,
okay, I'm going to laugh.
And these are Canadian people, so...
Yeah, they are. This is the Rankin family.
Yeah, and
you feel the same way too. And for anybody that knows,
okay, hold on. I hope we were allowed to. Oh, there we go. And there's no need in asking, 'cause I know you feel the same way too. Louder. Hey, sweet darling, let's lay the whole thing down. This world, if you let it, will drive you into the ground. And I got $20 and now you should get us by the door. Yeah, and this wind starts playing. Only ask us no more. Ooh, that's high. We may do the bump and ride.
shake around our little bit heights. Do some things that you normally do on a Saturday night. That's alright.
Okay, hold it stick.
We may drink a little too much, smoke is our fancy touch. Oh, step out of line with reality. That's the way it should be. Yeah, and there's no need in asking, 'cause you know you feel the same way too.
Okay, now a little music. It's hard to do without a pick.
Why don't you leave the past behind? You know that I love you, and you know that I'll always be true. Yeah. And there's no need in asking, 'cause you know we feel the same way too. We may do the bump and ride, shake around a little bit high. Do some things that you normally do on a Saturday night. That's alright. We may smoke a little too much and lose our fancy touch. Oh, step out of line with reality. That's where it should be. Yeah. And there's no need in asking, 'cause you know you feel the same way too. I'm not trying to play here. There's no need in asking, 'cause you know you feel the same way too. There's no need in asking, 'cause you know you feel the same way too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So that's how we practice right there. It was so embarrassingly bad at first that it was good.
That's our fourth time?
That's our fourth time playing that song.
That is hard.
So it takes a little bit to get into, and I don't want to play too loud in my apartment. So I'm like, should I play the pick? And I'm like, no, I can't strum because I cut off the tip of my freaking finger. So I can't feel where it's hitting on the chord. So I'm like, can I put a pick back in? So it's all meant to just be fun and raise our vibrations.
Right. And be silly.
Girls just want to have fun. Whoa, girls just want to have fun.
Oh, no,
So
let me talk about just quickly that
Yeah.
masculine, feminine energy. And it
Yes,
wasn't a hack at men, because my masculine energy nearly destroyed my feminine side throughout my life. Amy, run, do, action, and it totally
You got to be powerful and
suppressed my feminine side. So in working on the feminine side, which is the work of both men and women and everything in between, is balance.
Yeah.
So, and
Balance.
it wasn't a hack at anything. And I just want to be clear about that. When, the
Oh,
male,
I can say it.
the
Men really
masculine-
sometimes are jealous that they don't have a vagina. I'm just going to throw that out there, okay? That's my opinion.
and they say so. Have that experience.
No, it's actually they're more jealous they don't have boobs, I think. That's what I've heard from
Mine
some
was,
guys.
they're just jealous that they don't feel what I feel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, and that's the way it's just going to be sometimes. You're in this meat suit, we're in that meat suit.
Yeah, and then I get one this time around, and I'm going to love it this time. I haven't for a long time.
We love ourselves.
My temple, I'm feeding it. I do 1 meal a day now, mostly raw. And first thing in the morning is my biggest meal, and I'm feeling good. I gained 24 pounds over spring, summer, COVID, ice cream, wonderful bliss.
Bike
And
riding.
so I changed my diet
Biker
around.
gang. Smoking biker gang. We should have just called it the cannabis biker gang. Want to go smoke over here today? Okay, let's ride our bikes over there. And then we'd smoke and go for an ice cream. Ice cream would be dripping down our arm, and we'd
Red-pilling as you go.
riding our bikes everywhere.
It's a
So,
red pill biker
yeah,
gang.
we loved it. And it's time for our show to end. But I should have set a warning, red alert.
Yeah,
but
a 1 minute warning.
1 minute warning, but it doesn't matter. We've enjoyed everyone today, and we're just glad that you're in our fun frequency. Like when I'm at her house, I play the guitar much louder, and I usually have headphones in so I can keep the rhythm more, because it doesn't take me that long. I couldn't really hear it, and I'm like, oh, I might as well just turn it down. So.
I'm glad that it was just so. It is what
she
it
needs
is.
to hear it because I don't play it well enough.
And some of us are perfectionists and a fear of judgment and bullying and all that online stuff that happens. We
don't even care. I don't even care about that because seriously, trolls have no place in our frequency.
I don't go
They
back.
usually get booed right back. And this goes back to, I'm just going to talk about it very briefly. When I worked at the care home, I won't say where, but for all my friends watching there, I still love you. I used to practice. I don't play guitar very often, and I can't play it in my apartment. That's the first time I've actually played it that loud in my apartment. So I was a little I'm more conscious about the sound because my two neighbors across the hallway had a fight right in front of my door yesterday about loudness at night. I think one complained, and I was just like, so I'm getting on the verge of wanting to move out of here, but I love my little room here. It's like, whatever. But anyways, so I forgot where I was going with this. Probably not important. So doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I forgot what I was going to say, but I'm just very conscious of being in this space right now when I know there's not a lot of lit people. So
It's all right.
Like, Shannon.
I'm done trying to convince people in desperation. I think an unrealistic fear of December of what it was going to be like. And then you can tune in and feel it and go, oh, I'm okay. We got a little more time here. So I'm still in my detoxing phase of heavy metals and everything else out of my life. Going from plastic to jars, getting rid of plastic clothing. That's a big one. I have to buy a whole new, thrift.
Yeah.
I love thrifting. So
I'm not allowed into the thrift store right now.
I don't think
banned.
I don't know what it is. I walk everywhere. I think I've had one incident in about 11 months.
I'm just kidding. This is how we talk to each other, by the way, because it makes each other laugh.
Oh, I wait till we're off camera and then I'm gonna, then I'll let her have it.
She'll be like, what did you, and then she'll be like, in the corner sucking her thumb going, I'm never coming on Raven Master. Just kidding.
I'm so not like that. I'm so over it. I need to get over it.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking is that by through this whole process, trolls, that's what I think I was getting at is that I don't really care because when I was working in the care home, I would roll in there with my guitar and I would play for the old people at around 1 o'clock when I start getting tired now in my real life. And I would play songs to practice. And one of the best moments that I've ever had in my musical career of playing in front of old people, there was a best and a worst. So it happened in the same day. There was a lunchroom lady, I'll just say lunchroom. She's not the lady who worked in the lunchroom, but she was in the lunchroom. And she was not appreciative of the sound that was coming out of my mouth or the guitar, let's just put it that way, for the elderly. And I realized... No filter. She actually slammed the lunchroom door as fast as she could the minute I got on I realized she just didn't like me, but whatever, I don't care. So I kept playing, but so that happened. I'm like, well, that was obvious. Okay, thanks, Sherlock, or whatever. I was like, whatever, didn't care. And so I was playing, but there was this fellow there who was usually really friggin' grumpy, super ass grumpy. I'm talking, this man never smiled. He didn't want to be, I don't blame him. And he just, so he's out in the main room. And he actually wasn't in the main room at first. He heard the music, and then he comes up to the main room. And this is probably about 2 weeks before he passed away too. And he sat there and he was like, and clapping his hands and just like, and I thought it was because this other guy rolled up and was talking to him in his wheelchair. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, they're fine. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, isn't that nice? He's visiting. But he wasn't, like, he was looking at the guy. He wasn't looking at me. And so I thought they were visiting while he was listening. Like, so I went up to him and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. You had a visit with room so-and-so. He's like, no, I was clapping for you. And it was like really nice because music, it doesn't matter how crappy it is sometimes, is really what lifts people. And even if you're making the energy and creating the energy, that's why I don't care what I sound like or what I draw like or what I look like. Because it's all practice. Like we're all practice.
You're putting out a frequency, a vibration, and whoever that resonates with, like it goes out there. I helped a dementia patient just by humming near him, and all of a sudden, you know, he lit up, and then singing, and then I actually danced with him, and then doing this over a few days, he started using words, and he started having memories that he could try to articulate. And in 3 days, he went from a complete fog of dementia into trying to have words. He remembered French. He was using English words with me, and he was trying to tell me about his life. And it was the most moving thing, is to take somebody in a complete fog, and just with your gifts, is bring them out.
Yeah. And that's where I think we found everybody this year, is that there's a lot of you out there that are like us and have a lot of these stories where we've connected someone. And I want you guys to tap into those things now that you love about yourself, and use it to help other people move forward out of this trauma that they're all going to be riding down. Just think of like literally people sliding down the biggest friggin' cheese grater in the whole wide world today.
Well, you held my hair when I needed to like vomit basically at what I was learning. You were there for me every step of the way, and then tell me don't look any further.
Yeah, you don't need to see that shit.
You know, I saw enough.
If you can imagine the worst, then it's why put yourself in that. And that's what I think a lot of us are light workers are going to be here. There's going to be information that there's no doubt that we have to tap into that mother side of ourselves. And even if we haven't had kids, that's not the point. That feminine energy about Mother Earth.
You're going to grieve. You're going to need to nurture yourself. And so I call myself a self-care connoisseur, because of the grief that you enlightened me to this year was
to get rid of triggers.
Otherwise, I'd be crying every day, all day, for what I'm learning is going on in the world. I mean, I was very lit when it comes to corporations and the lawful side of things, but I was not near as awoke to the extraordinary
horrors,
entire world of what is going on. I'll just say that when you uncover it, you'll find out what I mean by grief. So I've become a master shifter. I've worked really hard this year on shifting emotions, coming out of that emotional state, and you can't quite get back to rational. There's actual physical things I can do, and water cold on my hands, and 5 things I can see and smell and touch, and keep going and get back in my body and go, okay, all right, I'm there. I'm back into rational, logical. Wow. And now process what I just watched. How am I going to use this for better? How can I use this to propel and have momentum and teach others that you are all in the slave system, and this is what we're freeing from. So when you don't get a ticket or even pulled over for driving with an expired license, man, I worked hard to get there, and you all can do it. Yes. And that's honestly the best way to put it. And I really appreciate our relationship over the past year has grown so tremendously close, and we have so many good conversations off camera. I'm like, man, I wish we were recording this because people could really hear from, like, one day, literally, we were like this outside. I'm like, don't you, like, I was honestly just, come on. Like, no. Yeah, what you said that day was meant for me, because how I don't even remember what I said. You won't remember. That was something else. Yeah, really. It was like out of this. We were standing under a tree. You channel, and the same happens, right? I needed to hear from you what I needed to hear. I don't even remember what I said, but that's most videos. I'm like, you're gonna go have to watch that because I forget. I forget. But we're all together for a reason, and that's what I want to say is that
Yes, everybody's saying big hugs, everybody, and you have everybody's love. I know everybody loves you when they
I
see
don't
you
go
on the
back and
show.
read. I'm like, ah.
I know they love Amelia. I know. It's because she's so nice, and I'm so like, I'm like the Jay, and you're like the Silent Bob. I'm like,
So today we made sure I'm on a detox, so I'm like day 3 now with no cannabis either, and I did have just mostly a CBD
either.
flower.
That's not me.
Yeah, that's me for a while right now. I'm going to have some ceremony and energetic work kind of done in my house. And so I want to be really protected when that happens, because I'm wide open, and I attract stuff.
That's why she's 3 Puff McFluff, okay? Yeah. With the THC.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, we can't leave the show.
Why? What?
Because THC, tinfoil hat.
Oh
challenge.
My God.
Yeah, you
okay, a crown. Because
she wanted to practice too.
The Baroness over here. I'm not a Baroness yet, but
we have to make it a regular thing so we can go a little bit over because it's Tuesday and girls just want to have fun. So F it. Okay. So your piece. And I'm just gonna take my arm as long as I took your arm. Okay. And you have to do this really, really quickly. Okay, ready?
I'm already on it.
Go. She's cheating.
Probably. No, not cheating.
I'm gonna do mine different from yesterday because mine looked like a turd tinfoil on a donut that you sit on to go when you have hemorrhoids or something. That's what it looked like. It didn't look like anything spectacular. So
I want flames coming out of mine today. That's what we're
yes,
doing.
Lowell says we have to call it the THC challenge, tinfoil hat challenge. So, and when my charts are done, I'll be making a Ko-fi book, thanks to Lisa, who helped me name that. So, I've got a good one today.
Flames.
What's that?
Flames. I don't know. I just want fire coming out of my crown.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, ready? Set, go.
And
ta-da! I wanted to cover my bun. Yours looks like 2 little Shrek horns, like patches.
I don't want horns. I want flames. Gosh.
This is one big. I wanted to do. It wanted to make it like a DQ turd because I just said that about my last one. So I was trying to make this one look like a poo emoji.
A poop emoji.
If you look at it in a thing, it kind of looks like a poop emoji.
I want fire. Yeah, it looks like horns. Don't like
it does look like.
No, it's terrible.
No, it don't. Hold on.
All right.
We'll flip it. We'll flip it. There you go. Now she's got flames.
All right.
This girl is on fire.
Nice one. Are we doing sing song now?
Yeah. Oh, wait till Amelia and I have our next episode because we have a fun little thing that we wanted to do. And I was going to do it today, but we ran out of time because we were fucking about and girls just want to have fun. So, I love how that looks on you. That looks so beautiful. So. We are the champions, my friends.
Together.
Yeah, so light and love to everybody. And the tinfoil hats are, Aslan's like, I walk away for a minute and the tinfoil hats are on. I hope you guys are making some at home at least. Like, come on, let's keep this, keep it real. Right. I got my poop emoji hat and you've got your flames.
I do. Maybe
it could be one big flame. I don't know. It kind of does look like
what are you wearing tomorrow?
Nothing but my Trump flag.
Okay.
Actually, I'm kidding. You're not ready for that jelly. Like, seriously.
You can't handle this jelly.
Yeah, that's exactly. You cannot handle this jelly. No. All right. Yes. So thank you very much. And I love you so much. I love you. And I love you. Thank you guys for tuning in.
On the frequency, we love you. Thank you. And keep spreading it outward because it's planting seeds.
It is. And just keep telling all your family that's not woke yet that you love them and you're here for them because that's what we're going to be here for.
And your Twitter, you're all over Twitter with your recap videos of saying you are
not Twitter, Telegram.
Well, Oh yes, but all over Twitter,
Oh,
you're on Telegram, all of your
Oh,
information.
I didn't
You're
know
going around Twitter right now with your year in review movies.
Ooh.
Who is she getting some great reviews because they say this is one you can sit your family down and watch A to Z, and she connects the dots so well.
Except for I fucked up Merkel. Whatever. Merkel's the aunt of Schmobama instead of but that's about it. Oh yeah, and I screwed up Lady Gaga's name too, but that's what I meant to say, and Gwen Stefani came out for some stupid ass reason.
Well, stuff happens when you're live.
But if I was 100% right, don't you think that I would be like, Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, Tomo, Tomo.
Right?
I would be turned into a clone, and I'd have to go.
Where's your scars?
Do you guys want to see my scars? I'm like ready to pull
we
my
have
shirt
this
up.
thing.
Here.
Where's your scars?
It'd be like I was at the Jim Cuddy concert again. Woo!
Keep your shirt on.
Yes. So, yes. Again, not ready for this jelly. And besides, according to Barbara, I probably don't have my best bra on today either.
Hey, I put something on today.
High five for that again. So.
I normally don't like things touching my ribs, so
Yes.
sorry, folks, for all of you.
Yeah, you're welcome for all that TMI right there.
I like to be comfortable.
Yes, I'm built for comfort, not for speed, just so you know. Have a nice day, everybody. I love you all. Take care. Light and love. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was awesome. I love you guys.